What's up, you guys? Byron Rogers here. Got a little late night video on sympathy. Sympathy. What does it do for you? Is it good or is it bad? We've got an imbalance taking over our American society right now. And it's really, I think it's crippling. I think it's crippling the public in many ways. You know, I personally believe I'm with Viktor Frankl, who says that freedom without responsibility is death. All right. Sympathy, I think, is just like anything when it's in balance. It's something that can be maybe somewhat helpful. But as a result of, I think, a lot of the overindulgence into the emotional spectrum of just humanity lately, especially in America, I think that this is another dynamic that's limiting us as a people, okay? I find as I coach, I see that people get hurt or people have gripes, even military cats, you know, and they want sympathy. And while it's important to be empathetic and sympathetic, I think that in many ways and in many instances, the higher level emotions that are going to help someone deal with their problems, or that are even going to help you deal with your problems, are discipline, determination, not sympathy. Okay, so to seek sympathy is like seeking comfort. But when you're in a situation, hey, what's up, sweetheart? My girl Ashley just popped on, my wifey. At any rate, but when you're in a situation where you're getting results you don't want, you're in pain, sympathy is not going to help you solve your problem. Sympathy is not going to help you get to the next level. Sympathy is not going to help you solve the equation, right? 1 + 1 on a piece of paper, stare at it, feel sorry for it, nothing happens. And so, you know, in many instances, in my personal opinion and experience, if you really love somebody, or if someone really loves you, what they're going to do is they're going to tell you what you need to hear rather than what you want to hear. You're going to tell that person what they need to hear rather than what they want to hear, in a spirit of love. You know, the thing about the truth, and the thing about true discipline and true, like, affection and being there for someone, isn't that you tell them what'll make them feel good. I think that's the worst type of friend. I wouldn't even call that type of person a friend. The truth to me is that if you truly love someone, you're willing in all instances to forfeit their affection for doing what you believe is right for them. That's the higher level stuff. Even if they're mad at you for a time, children, they can be mad at me for a time, but I'm gonna do my best. I don't have kids, so I'm speaking from ignorance, but this is my perception, postulation, theory about it. I'm gonna do my best to do what they need rather than what they want, and they can just not like me. Dudes in my platoon, you know, when we were training and we were coming up, and I had my Gendies, my young Marines, it was all about doing what was good for them. Discipline, hardening them, making sure that when they get into the battlefield, they're not going to be knocked off balance, they're not going to be stunned by the atrocities that we're going to have to commit and that are going to happen to them, and the things that are going to be in the backfield of their families and their lives while they're trying to focus and keep themselves alive and make it so that they come home as well as the guys next to them. Sympathy doesn't do any of these things. So I want to encourage you not to look for sympathy. Sympathy is like, it's like some kind of emotional handout, you know what I mean? It's like, if you love me, don't feel sorry for me. If you love me, encourage me, help empower me, help build me up, help me build my self-efficacy, help me understand where I went wrong so I don't go wrong again. What have I done wrong? How can I improve? Do this for the people that you love. And even if it's something that's foreign to them, because maybe they're from the timeout generation and they don't recognize true, real, tough love, they take it as predatorial or not supportive or something, you know, still do it. And at the end of the day, when they hang out with all the people that give them sympathy and make them feel good and pat them on the back, while they're still in the midst of their situation, at the end of the day, when they wake up and they grow up and they mature, they're going to remember there was that one guy. There was that one guy who actually looked me in the eyes and told me, you know what, man, what you're doing right now is something you've been doing for a long time, and you really need to cut it out. And I'm telling you this because I love you, you know. And that's the only thing that's going to help people get better. And at the end of the day, at least you can have your conscience can be clear that you did the right thing and you gave them what they needed rather than what they wanted in order to help them get to where they need to be. You know what I mean? That's so, you know, when I experience sympathy, you know, from other people for things I go through, I'm like, look, man, I don't tell them this, but it's what I'm thinking. I don't want your sympathy. You know what I mean? I appreciate the empathy and the sympathy, but what I need is people that are going to help me evolve constructively towards what it is I want, towards my goal, because I know I have what it takes. And a lot of times people are seeking for sympathy because they don't know they have what it takes, so they want comfort. And what do I say about comfort? Nothing will bring you closer to destruction than comfort. Nothing will bring you closer to destruction than comfort. Nothing will bring you closer to destruction than comfort. As we say in the Marine Corps, complacency kills. Love you guys. That's what I got for you tonight. Share this message if you know someone who needs it. And you know where to find me. Let's do the best we can with what we have. Out.